we are now officially live. And these four. Okay, well, welcome to the, I'd say, official Traitors MC S1 Reunion with anyone who bothered to show up. You can say things, guys. I'm not.
Drop it. Give me it back. Drop something. Drop me something emotional supporty. Drop me something emotional. Oh yes, no. Give me.
Oh my god. Okay.
Thank you. Yay. I got my emotional support iron. And you don't have anything.
No, I have the clue from the cabin.
Oh, let me see. Drop it.
No.
Okay, so we're just gonna talk about the season while we can. I think we have to start obviously with Swish. Ben, can you
All right.
punching? Oh, so how was the experience of being a traitor?
It was pretty fun. I definitely freaked out when you picked me as a traitor. I was not expecting that. So it was really fun. I think I obviously played it pretty poorly, but
Yeah.
I think that being able to be a traitor and deciding who to kill every night was kind of stressful, but also very fun.
Okay, someone just said this is so peak. By the way, if you're in the chat, you can leave your questions that you have for the cast and the thing, and I'll try to get them here. Okay, so who was the first to leave out of you guys? Was it Shiny?
Yes.
Yep.
So just go over your experience in the game.
First little bit was not the best for me. I wasn't having too much fun. There was just a lot of loudness and a lot of people not being able to speak. I tried to cleanse the season as much as I could before getting voted out, but
yeah, you definitely kind of threw a strategy out the window for the first two votes, which was fair.
Helped me out.
Someone said Shiny was robbed. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. So everyone was just kind of voting out the loud people, and then we voted out. I think what's the reason that Shiny was voted out? It was because Shiny was being loud.
Okay. Yeah, Shiny said the loud people should be voted out, and they were being loud, so that's why we voted them out.
Makes no sense to me.
Sorry, my
but
life. Right.
well.
No, I think he was voted out because we thought he was a traitor, just voting
Because he was
people
putting
out.
a bunch. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
I think that's why. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we've kind of gone in order, so let's go to George.
Oh, okay.
What was? So you survived until episode 7, where you were banished for a remark about a shield or whatever. I forgot what it was.
No, it was because I hit. It was because I was the last person to hit.
No, but you also said something about no one went for a shield or something.
Oh yeah, no one went for shield, but that wasn't the main reason. The main reason was because I hit the last person.
Yeah. So, what was your season like?
It was not that productive. I didn't really get to speak much at the round table because everybody was going for everybody's. Yeah. The only time I really got to speak was the round table I got banished at. So. No.
Yeah. I think of everyone here, probably the person who had the loudest voice, probably spoke the most at round tables, I think was Cam.
No, they really muted for that.
No, Cam did speak quite a lot.
No, I mean,
I feel like you made...
I made it a point to not talk at round tables.
But you did make a point, I don't know, maybe you talk less crap than most people. A lot of people were just talking stupid stuff.
Maybe.
I remember when you made your comment of we need to establish order, and then someone called, I think, what was it, they called you out for saying that. That was, yeah. So Cam,
that was an artichoke.
You knew that in that final four there was a traitor, and so you chose to banish again, which ultimately got you banished. How would have you done it differently, knowing the stuff you know now?
I probably would have tried to convince Bowling harder that Corbin was a traitor. Because the worst part is I chose Vanish again knowing exactly who the traitor was. So outside of that, I don't think I'd change too much. I'd have just like be more persuasive, I guess.
So kind of push. I feel like what I would have done is almost try to really push Corvin at that final round table. Because then at least it would be expected. Because I think it was that no one really expected it coming.
Yeah, it's true.
Like,
I think I was also like, I know they were blindsided by me throwing in the red into the fire, but I was honestly more blindsided than they were that the other two faithfuls threw in green, because I thought it was like a consensus kind of that there's no way there could be all faithful there.
yeah. It's because I remember getting, obviously, so how they do it, so they throw the fireworks to me. I remember getting the fireworks and getting everyone's but Venus's, because Venus was having internet issues at the time, and I got everyone's but Venus's, and I saw Cam had thrown me the end game, and I was like, holy cow. Because the other the banish again, everyone else had thrown me the end game, and I was like, holy cow, this is going to be crazy. And then Venus threw me the end game, so it was like, oh, they're going to be so blindsided by Cam. It was hard not to reveal things.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Can't do much about it.
You tried to make a move, you just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you thought you had more support from the other faithful.
I definitely did. I totally thought I had Bowling's vote there, and then the second he said I'm voting Cameron, I'm like, oh crap, it's over. There's no redemption. There's no recovery. It's just fin.
Yeah. Right, Venus, you were a finalist. You were tied second. How did it feel to be robbed away of 200 grand?
Not great, but I was fully believing that Colvin was faithful. So if you tried to convince me, you probably would have. But yeah, I knew Kaylin was a traitor. So once we got Kaylin out, I was like, oh, maybe that's it. Maybe there's no more traitors. But obviously, Colvin was. And then earlier in the season, I was trying to play the silent game, but then everyone started saying that I was the traitor in the sheep challenge.
Yeah.
So I kind of had to start talking more. It was, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it was kind of a season of two halves. The first half you targeted all the loud people, and then from Swish's banishment onwards, it felt like it was all the quiet people that constantly were getting targeted. Because the first four, which were Wing Raider, Galactic, Shiny, and then Jack, were louder personalities. And then from Swish onwards, it was a lot of quiet people. So, yeah. Who was, in everyone's opinion, the most unexpected elimination? Banishment. Obviously, I know for Shiny, that would probably be yourself. Because I know you didn't see much. Swish, do you have one?
Honestly, I think, yeah, Shiny's was pretty surprising. I didn't think that people were going to go for him, and it was between him and me, so I was like, I'm going to vote for you, but I did not see this coming.
You were expecting you to go home.
Right, yeah.
Cam?
Oh, honestly, I was a bit surprised when Kaylin left, because I was under the assumption that Bowling was going to vote Corvin with me. It was not the correct assumption at all.
Venus?
Okay, this is a strange answer because I'm pretty sure I voted for this person, but I would probably say Hamish. But I only voted Hamish because Colvin told me let's vote Corbin, Hamish, and Kaylin, and I wanted to get Kaylin out. So I thought if I voted with Corbin, then we would get at least one traitor out.
Yeah, I will say, as someone who was watching it, Hamish was a very shocking one. I was kind of not expecting it. With everyone else's, it felt like it had something set up to it. Like, Shiny's at least had a reason. It was like, okay, they've all kind of targeted him. Jack is trash made sense. Swish made sense. George made sense. And then Hamish gets voted out. And I'm like, that just doesn't sound right. You know, it didn't really, it was kind of out of nowhere. And then it was, 4 votes on Hamish or whatever. And then Hamish was banners. Someone said to ask Shiny Pepper, why are you a pepper?
Because I like spicy food, and also shiny pepper makes me seem like I'm a little kid, which when you meet me, I'm trying to give off the vibe that I'm like a fun-loving, very not strategic person to, you know, kind of go under the radar. And yeah, but it also, like, shiny means I'm in the spotlight. I'm a shiny pepper standing in the spotlight.
That is... Okay, that's very interesting. Why shiny though? He literally just answered that. What about sparkling? What are these questions? Right. Let's go back to the game. Right. So the missions happened a lot. Shiny had 4, Swish saw 6, and the other 2 saw 9. Does anyone have a favorite?
Ooh.
The sheep one.
The sheep one.
It was funny.
Yeah, the sheep one was really fun.
That was probably the most hilarious mission.
I personally liked when I got buried alive and I didn't have to do anything besides read out the clue.
Yeah. And was it Cam hasn't answered? Do you have a favorite mission?
I mean, I love that final mission with the big ass mountain, and it was like super tall, and then I climbed it. It was a very accomplishing moment. I feel I was very
Okay.
proud of myself.
You'll have a lot of those moments in season 2. So yeah, do I have a favorite? I have a least favorite mission, but because I not anything of like, well, actually kind of how it turned out. I didn't like the episode 8 mission. I feel like it kind of turned out a little bit boring, and also it was really hard to edit. Yeah. I like the cabin one. That might be my favorite. But sheep was fun. You're just staring at me, and it's very stressful.
I don't know what to do.
It's like when you've got like a class presentation at school, and you're standing at the front of the room.
I will say I also like the cabin one because I actually felt useful in that one for once because I found the clue.
You found the
so-
one clue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so there was some fun. What you raised the most obviously in that final mission with 50,000, and then it was, you did quite well in every mission but the sheep one. That was the one you gained the least amount of money in, I think, overall.
We did pretty bad in the laser one as well, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you did originally, and then I changed the rules to make it so that you actually had a read thing or whatever. I made it easier, so you ended up doing better. You ended up winning about 20 grand in that mission. But no, the sheep one you only won $9,000. So, which was pretty terrible. But yeah, or actually I didn't like this episode 2 mission. That was very chaotic. Yeah. Does anyone have any, I don't know. How about the murder in plain sight for the 2 finalists? How was experiencing that? Well, because you didn't know it was a murder in plain sight. You were thrown into this
Well,
room.
I mean, we kind of did. I mean, like, we were still in there for like 30 seconds, and after that, everyone was kind of just like, oh crap, it's murder in plain sight. And it was kind of a comedic moment. You saw like everyone backing away from each other in the room because they knew it was about to happen. It's pretty funny.
God, I'm just gonna do that randomly in season 2, just one night randomly. I'm not even gonna have a reason for it. I'm just gonna be like, right, we're gonna just sit here for 10 minutes. No, because what I was expecting for that murder in plain sight is for you all to, like, you know, split and, like, just talk and deliberate, and then for, like, one of the traders to be able to, like, sneak in and do it. But no, you all stood in one room in corners, like it's like a school dance where everyone's standing in a circle being like, what do we do? It's sad that Corvin's not here, because then we could go over, like, winning and stuff. Yeah, but how was it for the faithfuls? How was it? How stressful was every night? Like, just waiting to be
Very
killed.
stressful. Oh, I mean, I wasn't really waiting to be killed. I just thought the faithful were never going to win. Like after the first few episodes, like I remember going to Jack's DMs. I'm like, I think you're a traitor. Please recruit me, man. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
So most of the stress was just like the existence of knowing I'd probably lose as a faithful, which is what happened. So
Yeah.
it's a big scary.
You got close. Like, you guys banished 3 traders. Which, over 9 episodes, is an average of every 3 episodes a trader banished. Which isn't horrible. But yeah. Because there was 4, there was only 1 recruit. I'm happy that we didn't. I was scared we would have to go down to an ultimatum at one point. Like, after Swish got banished, and then George kind of, you know, fucked up. Yeah. Okay, so if there was a season 2, what would you like to be and why? We'll start with Shiny.
Traitor.
You'd like to be a trader? Is there a reason why?
Mhm. Wouldn't have made myself suspicious by voting out the loud people. Publicly, I could have just done it secretly.
Yeah. Swish?
I'd be fine with either. I know I'm very indecisive, but I think if I was a trader, I'd maybe have a chance to play better that time. But also, I think seeing the faithful point of view would be really fun too.
Yeah. Okay, Cam. Would you want to be you probably would want to be a trader.
No, I'd probably still want to be a faithful. I mean, I only wanted to be a traitor this game because of how the game was turning out. But I think faithful's more fun because it's like you have to dodge banishment and murder. I find the added danger a bit fun to play around with.
Venus?
I wanted to be a trader, but I was so sad when I got faithful. I feel like it'd be more interesting to be a trader, because like it's a different perspective, and like I feel like it's like there's so many different ways you can be a trader.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's a very, yeah, most likely you'd want to be whatever you weren't this season. If you know kind of what I mean. Like, yeah. I feel like you wouldn't want to be, yeah, I don't know. But like, who's going to be what? Obviously, season 2 isn't even cast yet. So, that will be getting cast hopefully soon. Oh, if I was to repick the traders, that's actually a really great question. Well, if I want to go through the same kind of mantra that I had, but like it was very hard to pick traders because let me pull up my applications because then I can kind of look at what a repick would be. Because my strategy for picking traders this season, and Swish knows this, I picked basically someone that was really well known with the traders, someone that was a bit in the middle tier, and then someone that's didn't really know the traders. No, it's not too late to join. Join at any time, literally. Join. Just check a trader. Come in and join.
That was not Jack Trash.
I don't know who it is, so
Odie. George.
George. Okay. You join whenever you can. What's this? I think really of all of these, I think Cameron, you probably would be a trader, mainly because of just more your like knowledge. Because you'd be the only person that really would feel that knows quite a bit.
What about me?
George, I don't. George, I don't. See, I don't even know where are you even on my list? It's just I'm blind right now. Can you? Please stop being in my face. Did you fill out the application, George, or did I just invite you?
You invited me, that's probably why.
Oh.
But if I filled out the application...
I feel like I don't know.
If I applied, what would I be a trader?
Well, it depends. Like, how much trader knowledge did you have before this season?
Watch season 1, season 2,
Okay.
and season 3 of the Traitors, and then I think watched the UK season.
So it could be Cameron, George, and then maybe someone like Venus could be a fun 3. I could have picked. That could have been a fun one. I feel like it would have fit the same Montreal. I would have had to think about it more, obviously. It took me a while to come up with the 3. But yeah, Corvin was very into traders and actually was very into it during the application process, and then ended up winning. So good things to her. But yeah, I think it would have been something along but Cam, George, and Venus would have been fun. But I kind of picked people that I knew-ish.
Yeah.
I didn't want to, because I just didn't it's very hard to risk someone that you have almost know nothing about. Not that I didn't know a lot of you. Venus I've known quite a bit. George I didn't know at all. Cameron I knew. Shiny I didn't know at all. Venus, I think my first interaction with Venus was being killed by Venus in a UHC.
I killed you in Elite UHC.
7, yep.
That's my second kill ever in UHC.
Can I say I've only had about 2 kills in Elite UHC, and did I kill you this season?
Yeah, you did. You got your revenge.
Yeah. So I've had 2 kills, so we've both had revenge on each other. Because I've done 3 seasons now. Season 7 I didn't get a single kill. Venus just killed me, which is kind of embarrassing.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Not like Swish has done much better. I mean...
Exactly what I'm saying. Yep, yeah.
But yeah. It was hard, because you don't want to risk it too much on... I don't know. It would have been... I don't know what my... It depends what my perspective would have been going on into the season. On people, if I knew someone better, maybe, but... Yes.
So had you already decided the traders before the game even started?
Yeah. They were decided pre the game. I wasn't actually walking around and deciding traders. Yeah, but that was a really stressful moment to type it the tease to everyone.
While moving, or
Yeah. It was.
if you accidentally stopped in front of one of the traitors.
Yeah, well, that was the point. Like, I could have. That was the whole point. It was like trying to throw you off in some ways, but like no one really cared.
No.
Well, we should talk about the bed achievement.
The sweet
That was-
dreams. Oh my bejesus.
Yes.
Okay, does anyone wanna start it? Because I think I've got a kind of good idea of what happened with the
Like
traders.
Swish though, because she got affected by it like the most.
Do you want me to tell the traders stuff, Swish? Because I was there with you, and you kind of know some of the backstory of what happened. But
Yeah,
do you want
that's
to?
true.
Do you want to tell it? If you want to, I'm fine.
Like the part where the sweet dreams happened.
Go over with your experience.
Yeah, so basically we were all in there. I was trying to make myself less suspicious by typing in the chat, because everyone was typing in the chat, to make it seem like I wasn't occupied. But then people started sleeping, and so Jackass Trash was like, JK, give us a bed right now. But instead JK was like, I'm just gonna give everyone every achievement. And so
Which I shouldn't have done. So I'm gonna give it to George, because I didn't give him every achievement. What I should have done is just done. Oh no. No, is it? I should have just done this to everyone. Oh, George already had it. Just
Yeah, I already have
let's
it.
revoke.
Body provoking my
at
sweet dream.
Oh no, at S.
Somebody else already has it too, because somebody else got it.
Okay, so what I should have done, sorry, let me just use myself, is just given, like, you can use commands to just do that, and just grant single advancements to everyone, which would have been way better than what I ended up doing, which was granting everyone everything.
Oh my gosh, I hated that when all the achievements started coming in.
You should have. I actually turned my volume down when we were filming, just because it was so.
I also did. Suck.
it was very hard because we were in the middle of discussing too.
So it's like,
when all of that happened.
We should kill someone. Da-da. Was like
I
how?
was surprised that.
Sorry, what?
I was surprised that Bomba was able to like
Keep
go
track.
through and pick out who didn't.
Like scroll
that achievement.
backwards in the track. He was probably making.
No, but like he was really smart for that. Like I'll give him props.
Right.
Yeah. 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 Before. Actually, let's do this one first. How was it for the faithful who were just sitting there, probably doing nothing, and just seeing all of that go off?
Nah, because I was just pretty annoyed at like the amount of achievements, because I wasn't even paying attention to like everybody getting the sweet dreams achievement, and that's why you gave everybody it. So I just started randomly getting achievements.
Yeah, Jackass Trash has specifically said to me, please make sure that never happens again, and I'm like, it won't.
I would suggest maybe next time, like next season, even like just before like the game starts, you just give everyone the achievement.
Yeah, that's what will happen. That's the plan. There's a lot of changes. Actually, here's the thing that I could give is for everyone in this reunion, because you were dedicated enough to show up. What are some changes that you would like to see from a production standpoint?
More cameras.
More cameras.
I feel like a lot of the story and stuff, like what people were talking about, was not able to get captured because there was only one camera and they couldn't be in every single VC.
Well, one thing that we are doing next season is we might not have more cameras, but we definitely have a way of recording every voice chat. So
Yeah, because
we might have it where it just switches like the voice around.
we missed out on like so much like valuable conversations that went on due to it just like not getting recorded.
Yeah. And also, like, switching between voice chats is annoying.
I also think confessionals would do really good. Like, I think I brought this up with Swish after the season, but like we had a top 10 character of all time in Bowling Minor here, and we got 0 Bowling Minor confessionals. You know, this could have been the greatest TV production since Breaking Bad, but we didn't get that one-on-one perspective.
Like, I don't know how to implement confessionals without making the game very slow. Because the problem with a lot of confessionals is you have to, you know, you're kind of just stopping everything. So I don't know, like, how to implement them well.
You could do that like after the season. Like I
Yeah.
think I did it with Jack on his show. That we just waited until after the season was over and then we filmed my confessionals. And he just like brought up points he wanted me to talk about.
Yeah.
Post confessionals, yes.
Which is probably how I'm going to do it. Because I'm going to be writing notes anyway for next season. Because there's certain things that happen in the season that reflect on other things that happen. But, you know, I'm going to be writing notes throughout the season. And that means I need to, yeah. So I can write notes of, like, specific things that happen. And, yeah. One thing that also is coming are longer round tables.
You wanted me to put it on the TV, right?
Yeah, that would probably be good.
So round
That'd be
tables
good.
this season were 3 minutes to begin with, and then were changed to 4.5. They will be starting at a length of 7.5 minutes.
That's so much
Oh
better.
wow.
So you
There
get,
was so many times we just ran out of time to like talk.
yeah. I feel like a lot more could have happened if that would have happened. Well, there's also going to be more players next season, so kind of needed extra time. Jack is trash is here. The life of the
late.
party. He's
I remember there was one episode where I think it was the sheep episode when I got like accused, or no, it was when me, Hamish, and someone else, we were like suspected to be the traitors, and
By
someone
killing
said
sheep.
to everyone explain why you're faithful. Everyone else went but me. It was really sad.
That actually happened, I think, twice. I think it also happened in, like, episode 8. I cut you off in a fair few episodes. It was pretty sad. So longer round tables are happening. The Sweet Dreams thing is fixed. Confessionals would be fixed.
Oh, hallelujah. Sweet Dreams thing is fixed. My biggest downfall.
I think actually
Yeah.
it was more of a downfall for Swish.
Yeah.
Like Swish was getting the targeting from episode 2.
Because of the sweet dreams.
I'm gonna basically give a warning. Like, I still want traders to wear the outfits when they're discussing. So I might just like at the end of every discussion, like when I leave, I'm like, I'm gonna tell you now, take your outfits off.
Yeah, I wonder what happened last season.
Yeah, I'm very salty with a lot of pre-production things that happened that got Swish and Jack banished, because I feel like if neither of those would have happened, there's a
Honestly, it's like kind of funny that Swish like got sussed as a traitor like by episode 2, but then she lasted like so
Yeah.
much longer than that.
You guys got
I
very
don't
lucky with those first 3 votes.
Yeah, I also don't think anyone was taking Bomba seriously when he was talking about the sweet dreams thing. That was
Yeah,
the thing
because-
that he had on me for the first couple episodes.
Because I think what Bomber did very badly was he would have information, but he just would only bring it up when he voted.
Yeah, he wouldn't like share it.
Like, I don't
with
remember
others.
ever being in a discussion where Bomber was saying things. Like, does anyone have times when he was, like, discussing his information?
I think he just got talked over, and there wasn't enough time for him to really get a chance to talk.
But yeah, like, and so many times, like, whenever he would vote, and I'd just be like, okay, one odd stray vote somewhere.
Well,
He,
just
like-
before my banishment, I joined their call and he said, "I'm voting for you." Based on the Sweet Dreams thing. I tried to fight it, but
Right,
he
well,
just won it.
okay. Well, let's go to Jackers Rush near the beginning of the reunion. Who else has joined? People
Oh,
are all...
Butter.
Butter was here. I'll go to Butter first. First, Jackers Rush, how was your experience on the season? Wrap it up for us.
Uh, like honest.
Yeah.
Okay, it was very. Mixed.
Oh, and Hamish is
like-
here, sorry.
So it started off. Well, there were a couple moments like the trader thing, the Sweet Dreams. Other than that, I think it was quite a little fun adventure because knowing you are in control, it makes it so much easier to play instead of being constantly in fear. Oh no, I might be banished. Am I going to be murdered tonight? Only banishment was the thing I had to worry about, and I was pretty good for like 3 episodes.
Yeah.
It was quite an interesting experience.
Yeah. Okay. Do you
My
have...
pick.
Yeah. So, you got banished because of the Traitors ticket twist.
I did. It was a series of unfortunate events.
There's also... I think the Traitors ticket was... I kind of slightly regret how I did it because it feels very last minute. Like
It
I...
also feels very targeted.
well, the questions went last minute.
Yeah.
But more the thingy of stuff. I was, I was playing with the idea and decided to throw it in. Because sometimes missions can feel a little... especially when you are competing for only, tickets to the, keys to the armory. I feel like... I don't know. So I thought throwing in something fun for a few missions. So I threw in a lot of twists that have never been done on Traitors. Like the episode 1 Wall of Trust was fun to do. The Traitors tickets. Episode 3, just the entire that mission was hilarious.
I won the Wall of Trust.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we've got Butter and Hamish. If I don't know who wants to go first. Does anyone want to describe their season? Butter's would be probably very short, but is Hamish gonna go first? Think-
I don't mind. I
Yeah.
don't even know what to say.
So how was your 8 episodes you had? You had a really great run.
It was great. I didn't realize that my best friend was Traitor. It was really awkward. I also was so clueless. Like, even if someone told me the traitors, I wouldn't even believe it. Like, I had complete, random people in my mind.
Yeah. I'll say you did do, decently well of lowering your threat level. I don't think there wasn't many times that you came up for banishment. The only time was at episode 5, which was Jack's banishment, and then he got banished as a traitor, and it was like you had things on you, but it wasn't much. Yeah.
Did they ever think about murdering me or no?
Not as far as I was there.
I think
Yay.
you were... I think the night that Electro was murdered, you were in consideration. It was... Because it was really that one, their decision was really based on the votes.
Mhm.
I think they thought you might have been against them. And you wouldn't have got their vote. But I'm not 100% sure. You'd have to ask them. For Hamish and Jack, if there's a second season, would you rather be a faithful or a traitor?
I would rather not conceal or give out this information.
because Bomba is gonna be like watching this or something, randomly join back in the server and be like, "Well, you said in that one question you wanted to be a traitor, so I'm sus on you."
You know, everyone has.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind being a faithful to try it out.
Yeah. Hamish?
Yeah, Bomba, eat that.
Hamish?
I feel like being a traitor would be so fun.
It would be.
Can't lie.
You can't lie, so you wouldn't be a good traitor.
Stop.
Well, you literally just said you can't lie, so.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, I'm joking. Yeah. Hamish and Venus, what was your so you guys had like a alliance sort of thing going on. What was actually going on? Were you just like trusting each other?
Hamish was literally the only person I knew, so I was like, I'm just gonna stick with this person.
Hamish?
But then, like, I don't know,
No.
that kind of like shifted when, because later on in the season, Hamish and Kaylin started hanging out a lot more. So I was like, oh, I think Kaylin's a traitor, so maybe Kaylin's like recruited Hamish. So that's why I like first sus Hamish.
Which is funny you think that because Kaylin was the one that was recruited at the time.
I had no idea it was Kaylin.
Hamish's strategy
I
was
knew.
just befriend the traders.
The only people I knew turned out to be traitors. Well, not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't a traitor.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you were. You're a traitor against me.
Oh yeah, I do feel personally responsible for Jacob's Trash's banishment and Butter's murder. I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
Butter's murder is probably the one I'm most pissed off about.
Oh, apparently he didn't realize that he was teleported to the traitors thing. He just thought like all of us were teleported there by accident.
I am so sad for what happened to Butter.
Yeah, when I got like teleported there, I thought it was like I got like selected or something with like Jack and Swish. That's like, 'cause like they're the only other ones there, so I'm like, did something happen? Like, did I win something? I remember like private messaging him that because I had no idea what was going on. So it was like so unfortunate whenever I realized what was gonna happen afterwards.
Yeah, your murder is the one I'm most annoyed. Like, I'm fine with everything. Like, at least with Jacob's Trash's and Swish's things that happened, at least they were not instantaneous.
Yeah, you just like wounded us, so we were suffering, and then like made us wait like.
You know, but like I feel like Jacob's Trash, there's a chance that you could have not been like. Let's say they pick the question that would have related to Swish, right?
Yeah.
Most likely Swish goes home that episode. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like you could make a run deep. I feel like episode 6, you probably could have pushed it on someone.
Yeah, and I mean, my great lie I persuaded Bowling with finding the suit in the chest upstairs, which I just dumped a bunch of stuff in and called it a day. I feel like if I got that theory around to more people, I could have removed the stuff.
Yeah, I feel like you could have. There was a lot that could have happened. It really comes to what does Bomber push in episode 6?
Yeah, he needs to be murdered that next night.
He was murdered in episode 6.
Okay.
It's because episode 5 they recruited Kaylin, and in episode 6 they murdered Bomber right after Swish got banished. They were like, yeah. I think it was probably the most obvious murder in my life, in the entire season.
Yeah.
Yeah. God. But yeah.
Is there there was another murder that I like found that like I knew it was gonna happen before it happened, and I think it was I don't remember what episode, but it was Electro.
That was episode 7, I think.
Because he had just like sussed one of the traitors,
Yeah.
but like I don't think they got banished.
I think it was either
And then
episode
he was really
7.
private messaging me saying, "Oh, I know I'm gonna die tonight, but I'm trusting you to."
I think, or it might have
Right
been
out the
episode
thing.
4. It was either episode 4 or 7. It was either right. Was he the one? Was he the one that got put on death row and killed?
No.
I don't
No.
think so. Yeah.
Okay, so
Artichoke got murdered. from
the
death row.
choke. Okay, yes. Episode 7 was Electra's death. Who apparently, according to some people, he's like really big in the Survivor community, which is kind of funny to
Electro?
me.
Yeah, no, like he's been on multiple seasons. He's production for Big Recordeds. Like he's a big name.
It's kind of funny that, like, because obviously I just, I'm a part of some Survivor community, so I thought, might as well, people that are used to these kind of long recorded events, I thought I'll throw the application in there, and, yeah.
I'm actually so surprised he applied. Like I was actually shocked when I saw him. I was like, wait, what is Electro doing here? Same with like Cam CQ. Like he's a big name too.
Yeah.
Not in the Survivor community, but in the Minecraft game show community. He's a pretty big name.
I remember watching the season, and I remember watching the season in the watch twos, and you're like, oh yeah, Electra's this like big name, and I'm sitting there being like, who? I'm like, how did we get through the entire game and I didn't know this?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Electro also wasn't wearing his usual skin. He was wearing a Winnie the Pooh skin for some reason.
Yeah.
What's
Undercover
wrong with
boss,
Winnie
I
the
guess.
Pooh?
No, nothing. It's just it's not his usual skin.
Right. I also just remembered something. We all have to give a big thank you to Swish, because the first 2 episodes wouldn't have audio if it wasn't for Swish.
Oh wow!
yes.
Thank you, Swish.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have never face palmed so hard in my life. When I saw, I'm recording with no audio. So, please, everyone, just before we start, just scream at me everything I need to get done to make sure I've got it done. Just scream "Sweet Dreams Advancement." Check your audio. Make sure you're recording.
Just make sure Swish is in the next season.
Yeah, that's what was so great with Swish being a traitor. The only thing I couldn't capture was the two murders, which were fine. We didn't really need to hear any more from them. No, actually, no, Butter we did. We didn't need to hear any more from Jack is Trash. Not Jack is Trash, Jack is Boom. Wrong Jack.
Wow, so rude of you. How dare you compare me to that thing?
How can you tell them apart?
For Punnet Dragon. Where's the name
I'm
Punnet
not a
come
furry.
from?
I think his first owner, I think.
Because when I think of Punnet, I think of a punnet of strawberries.
Yeah. Strawberry Dragon.
That just sounds so anticlimactic. Yeah. Like hell. For some of the new people that joined, a question we had earlier was, what was your favourite mission? It's like none of them.
Well, for me, it was when I wasn't. My favorite mission was after I got banished, from what I've seen.
Okay.
Like the one I saw, right? That I've tried were fine, but that laser maze mission one.
Oh my
you know,
god.
Oh my god.
was
If
They
insane.
sucked so bad that I feel like I would be so good at that. Parkour is like my thing, you know.
Yeah. That laser maze mission was painful to watch. It took 15 minutes and they failed horribly. Is it still? It's probably still doable down here. Let me see if I can find it. No, that's the round table. This is the same world that we actually filmed the season in, so it might be slightly destroyed. Could you reset the... Okay, the items aren't there, but, like, you can reset it. But yeah. That was so painful to watch. Yeah. The laser maze. Hamish, do you have a favourite? You did quite a lot of missions.
I didn't like the sheep one, but I liked how like
Comical?
chaotic and stupid everyone was.
Yeah, I was... Like, so many of you pulled it off so badly. You all kind of like... Just... let them all out. It was perfect how terrible everyone was. But, like, did you have a favourite to, like, do?
I don't know what half of them were, to be honest.
There was the cabin mission.
I liked the one in the church with all them like masked people thing.
That one? That was the most chaotic mission.
Yes.
This was also I'm gonna fly to it on the streams if you wanna look. Let me find the church one. This was the most laggy mission. Just from like, I remember building this mission and my frames were dropping to like 30 FPS. This mission in the church, actually I'll talk about that. So there you go, there's the church. This one is slightly underwhelming for me because originally I wanted all of the people to be holding these items, and you just can't get people to hold things. Which is sad, so I had to put the things behind them.
The challenge was like kind of annoying in a sense where like the same people would do like the job over and over.
Yeah.
Like I feel like if we did a challenge similar to that again, maybe like someone can't go like more than once.
Yeah, it was very chaotic. That mission didn't exist originally. Do you wanna hear some of the original design? So originally, the episode 2 mission was originally the Buried Alive mission. But this was back when you didn't get shields until episode 4. So I wanted them to appear in episode 2, so I thought, I wanted shields in the Buried Alive mission, so I like flipped the episode 2 and 4 position. And whatnot. And the original mission that was in episode 4 that then became in episode 2 was a church mission, but the original mission was you were in a church, and there would have been half of you would have been in the church, so 8 of you would have been in the church, the other half would be on the outside of the church, and the people on the inside would be playing music, and then the people outside would have to run around to rocks that when you push them would play like sounds, and you would have to like match them up and stuff. And it was very complicated, and I was like, that's going to take me too long to do. To like actually do. It was a lot of setting up that I was like, I don't want to do. So it didn't come to fruition. I'm trying to think of any others that changed. No, episode 3, the Buried Alive one changed a couple of times. It originally was a lot more underwhelming. You were originally going to be given... I actually even have this book. You were going to be given... I can give it to you guys, if you want to. Good to go. Okay, swish. You were going to be originally given a book of clues that if you want to pull out. And each clue represented to a different coordinate. So an X, a Z, and a Y coordinate. Yeah. So you would have to figure out these clues to find the coordinates. And it was really dumb. And then Then episode 2 originally also at one point required you to do the process that you did in episode 1 in the episode twice. And I was like, nah, that's gonna take too long. So yeah, there was a lot of workshopping of the missions to make them not horrendous. Also, for anyone that was new, probably Hamish or Jack, do you have, or Butter, you can chime in, does anyone have any production things you want me to change for next season?
Okay, this is my question. I'm kidding. You've pretty much gone over all the ones I want to change.
Which is Sweet Dreams, longer round tables, use command blocks.
Alerting traders.
Yeah, alerting traders. Confessionals, which will be done probably afterwards with the season.
Are you planning on like casting like same people or completely new people?
So the thing with casting is literally anyone is open to be in it. So it's an anyone and everyone. Whereas the rooms, that could be fun. Yeah, giving everyone a custom room, that'd be cool. I think I probably could do that better because obviously I don't have as much to do. Maybe giving each room its own colourful block palette. But yeah, so anyone is available. So if you were in this season, you can be a part of it again. We'll definitely get some new people, some fresh blood.
Oh hell no.
We'll get some newbies, some returnees as well. Probably a lot from my new SMP I just joined, so because they all seemed really into it.
Yay!
What? Right, Hamish? Yeah. Yeah, I was on a new SMP for how long? I think I was on it for 10 hours yesterday.
Yeah.
I was on for so long that Hamish was able to go to bed and wake up the next day.
Oh my god.
And it was only like 10:30 p.m. So yeah, there'll be some newbies, some returnees, some others. Yeah. So yeah, we have bigger season next year. I'm planning on doing 22, and then it will be probably divided into 2 filming days.
I see.
So we'll shoot half the season one day, half the season the other, or not. It really comes down to like what days we can get people available for. Because I don't want someone that gets halfway through the season to not be a part of, the second filming session. Like, it really comes down to just availability of people. You played the games before? Cool.
Doesn't get it.
No, I don't.
No way.
Oh, Squid Game. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
Oh my god.
Whole thing. I never watched Squid Game, I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I do feel time zone is really hard for this because obviously for Venus it started at about 5:30 in the morning.
It was so
What?
early.
Is Venus an Aussie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
Venus is an Australian, and then for me and Jack Australia it was 7:30 in the morning. But then you compare it to people like Hamish, where it started at 8:30 p.m. So it's very hard to find a time that works for everyone. And what I didn't so we found as optimal of a time that we could. I've done I put every time some of the more major time zones on one of those time zone converter things. There's just not even a single 15-minute interval where everyone would be available in a reasonable time. You need to find as
Yeah.
many unemployed people as possible. There's a lot of unemployed unemployed people. Shut up.
I don't know. As long as you do it like on like weekends and stuff, I feel like it's not as bad.
What is hard though is like for Kiwis and Australians, you have to do it Sunday, Monday for it to be Saturday, Sunday for a funhouse.
Yeah.
So like that's a struggle. That's why doing one session's really good, because then you can put it on a Sunday for us, so then it's Saturday for the rest of the world, and then Sunday just for us, so it's fine for everyone.
Yeah.
One of the most underwhelmed moments of the season is when the season started and everyone just started breaking all of the paintings that I had.
Yeah.
People were like, there's a secret room. I'm
You
like,
should add one next season.
You still have armor from the armor stand. Don't worry, because this is not the world that we're using for the following season. I've got a completely new world that we are using for season. No, it's the same house, but same house, just different worlds. Everything's reset. Yes.
Yeah.
There's a thing actually. I built a thingy that's going to be used next season that wasn't used this season, so that's going to be cool. But yeah, it'll be the same house. New missions though, completely new missions. Not a single mission is being reused in the same way that it was this season. So fun. But yeah, Trader Season 2 is well under construction.
Because he works on that and not Taskmaster.
Oh my god. Don't hurt me. And I spent GTA 6 before Taskmaster. I have been working, I've worked a bit on Taskmaster. Like, it's almost like 50% done. Like, it won't take too long.
Yeah.
I just need to find the time where I have the motivation. Does anyone have any further questions they'd like to raise? Or are we pretty sweet with that kind of being? No, Butter, we are not adding the gun mod. Oh my god, the server's struggling ping-wise. Yeah, but anyone else want to make any final remarks before we officially end Season 1? Which is weird to be able to say.
I was going to use this time to advertise, but I chose against it.
Oh,
Same.
that's surprising. I wouldn't be too annoyed with it, but...
Join the JBN server for Minecraft Wipeout happening, every Thursday and, this Thursday and Friday EST.
You can find the server in the link on my channel. Yeah.
Right, well... Clearly, anyone else that wants to advertise, go ahead.
Join the Shiny Pepper game show hosting server. I should be getting the final parts of my footage soon, and I will be uploading season 1 of my recorded Survivor series. It will be goated.
That'd be cool to watch. If I get around to it.
Oh.
There's actually so many recorded Survivor seasons on YouTube. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even funny.
I've got 1, Elite Chris is like 9, Kavana has like 10.
Oxy has 11, Soccer has 3, JP is 4, he's making his 5th, Joker is 2, Happy is 4, plus a mini season, and Echo is 2.
Kyle had his like 9 that he did. 10. No, he did
I was
10 and then
10.
finished.
It's an insane amount. Oh,
Yeah, that's-
Mud has 6, Galaxy Wolf has 6.
That's what drew me away from doing Survivor Season 2. Was just, to me, it's just, there's so much anyway. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it's less of an appeal to me. to do something that's already been done 300 million times. And people that can do it way better than I can.
I had like never even heard of like Minecraft game show thingies for this. I think I
Wow.
just saw like an advertisement that you sent in like Elite, I think. I think that's how I found it.
Wow. Well, I don't know if it's an honor to be your first, but I will say it was an honor.
It was fun. I survived till the end. That was
Yeah.
something.
I think, yeah, I didn't go into this completely. This is my 4th show I've been a part of on a production team. So been 2 seasons of Jackass Trash's Treasure Island,
Yeah.
and then my Survivor, and then it was this. So I went in with like some stuff, which was good.
Good.
But okay, I think that's a good time to wrap up the Season 1 reunion. Traitors MC Season 1 has now officially ended, which is crazy to think
Wow.
about.
Crazy.
Wow.
So just
My server's advertised in ads. Y'all should join, really. Would be
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
me
dope.
too. I'm gonna do it below Shiny Peppers.
So yeah, I'm gonna end the stream right about now.